Come on in.
It will take some time, but the victory will be mine. Slow and steady, I'm gonna learn to fly, and I will soar. I will reach the sky, a little at a time. I'm reaching, I keep believing that slow and steady steps will be my pace. Slow and steady steps will win this race. It will take some time, but the victory will be mine. Slow and steady, I'm gonna learn to fly. Slow and steady, I'm gonna learn to
That was the rest of yesterday's song. And I couldn't get it started where I wanted it, so I just let it ride. Oh well. Hair is a mess, I'm telling you, and I'm too far away from my table. Let me see if I can get it scooted up. Scooch it up a little bit. Yeah, it's tea time. Sunday afternoon. I'm not the only one that's mixed up on dates. Poor Scott Adams is having a hard time this morning. You know? He didn't know if it was day or not. At least I know whether it's day or not. It was funny. He said sometimes he does a show at 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. Eastern time. So it's 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. his time on the Pacific time. And he puts down his darkening shades, so he doesn't know if it's morning or not. And he doesn't know what day of the week it is because he does the same thing every day like I do. So it's kind of weird. That's why I put in the show that it's Sunday. It is Sunday. I've watched my favorite church services this morning because we're all stuck at home again. And, it won't be long till we'll be able to get out into the world and see other people. Yep, it won't be long. And it's all, it can only go up from here. Yep. So somebody sent in a question yesterday. Let me see. They wanted to know how to attach the mop head to the mop. And so I'm going to show you that. So let me undo it first. I'll get it undone. So you get the mop head like this, and it has this little collar here, and this unscrews. But you get the mop handle, and you see this purple thing, and you think, oh, that's how it fits in there. Nope, it doesn't. This is how it fits into our purple rubber sweeper head. This we had made special. There is a method to our madness. So you have to unscrew this, and if you want to take it all the way off, you see how it looks right there? Take it all the way off and slide it up on your mop like this. See? And then you get it all on there and you tighten it down. And there you have it. Now, and then to loosen the mop and make it taller, you just have to tighten and loosen this bottom part right here. And there you have it. But I like to keep it low so I can put it right into my basket over here so that I can reach it when y'all ask me questions. Anyway, there you have it. That's how our mop fits together. And our new mop is a big mop. We love it. We absolutely love it. We've had a lot of new people join in the last 3 days, and I don't know why. So if you're one of the new people that's joined, please tell me how you heard about us, because I can't find an article written or anything. So if anybody finds something, please let me know. I made bread again yesterday. I'm working on some sourdough bread, but I just got the sourdough started. You got to feed it for 3 times, and you got to do lots of things to it. And I'm not quite there yet. I'm just not quite there yet. So I don't know what somebody's saying right there. Anyway, I know y'all are all ready to go back to work, but we got to do it safely, and we got to do it per what our governors say. They're kind of the ones in charge, but if they're taking your civil liberties away, nope, I don't like that. I like the Bill of Rights. So let's drink up to keeping our rights, but still being safe. Somebody complained in a nice way that I shouldn't get into politics. Well, guess what, folks? We're all in politics. We've all been staying home, and we've all been doing what we're supposed to do. And I've done 33 days worth staying home. 33 days. And if this doesn't curb it, nothing is until we all get it. And that's when the herd immunity kicks in. So, folks, let's drink up to being safe and still washing your hands and wearing your mask when you're out and doing the things you need to do. And praying for our elected officials. They've got a lot of burden on their shoulders. Every last one of them. From your county commissioner all the way up to our president, mayor. All of these people have a lot on their shoulders. So we need to stay safe. I was worried about my neighbor, Jimmy. He does some work around here for us, and he was here bright and early this morning because guess why? He ran out of cigarettes. And he needed some money. But I thought of him 3 weeks ago at the grocery store. I said, honey, I'm going to give Jimmy a carton of cigarettes because I don't want him going to town. And there they were laying right there for him. That's really all he wanted. Oh, well. You just have to, everybody's got a lot on them. Dr. Burke has a lot on her, and Dr. Fauci has a lot on him. And they're trying to use Dr. Burks was in the Army for a lot of years. And so she understands this stuff. So we have to be, it'll all come out how this all got started. But if you play with fire, you're going to get burned. And if you go into caves and you capture bats that don't belong in the food supply. If you go into caves and capture bats, you run the risk of getting sick. They have droppings in caves and all kinds of things. So, don't play with fire. And so we're not going to play with fire. We're going to wear our little mask. I saw today, this is really cute. If you've got some, I think it's like the monkeys in a barrel game that have the little monkeys with their arms and they all hang on each other. They took that and used it as a clip to put these on instead of around your ears. They don't fit well around my ears. And they put a couple together and put them around the back of their head. I don't have earlobes. My ears go straight, so they don't really fit on my ears well. I wondered if other people had that problem. But, we don't go out. I have a mask in the car if I need it. Yeah, I saw the monkey thing too. It's called the Barrel of Monkeys game. How cute. So, let's drink up. But we do need to get back to work. I want to go to the hardware store and get some tomato plants. I want to plant some tomato plants. I don't have a whole lot of space to plant them, but I want to get some topsoil and put some big planters together. That's what I want to do. And I can't. I don't think Lowe's is open today. I'm ready for things to open back up. And let's do what we need to do. Did I put both my earrings on? Yep, I did. I listened to Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx every day. Every day. I haven't missed a single one of their conferences. And it has just been, I've learned a lot from them. But I've also listened to some governors and, I'm not real happy with not letting people do elderly people's yards, and elderly people trying to get out there and mow their yards all by themselves. And they're getting ticketed for having their yards too high, the grass too high. Somebody sells plants on QVC. I'm going to have to check that out. Curbside pickup. That's a good idea. We really can't plant right now, but come Mother's Day, we can start planting and have a good time with it. So, and I'm not big on gardening. I got some little things, the seeds that are wrapped in pellets, and I'm just going to stick them in the ground anywhere I want to. Probably around my pond is what I'm going to do. I know, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. So let's be safe. I like the fact that Jacksonville is letting people get on the beach again, because if you're a beach person and you can't walk on the beach, it's not fun. Oh, I cried with Vice President Pence's speech with the Air Force Academy, and all those young men and women, they were spread out in this grid. They're amazing. So they've worked really hard, and their job is gonna be even harder now once they've graduated. It's gonna be different, but we're gonna manage through this. We got through. My mother-in-law had the Spanish flu back in 1918, and she survived. Well, the thing about the curbside pickup, you can't pick up groceries until 3 or 4 days or even longer. It's so far. We've got to get better at this stuff. We've got to get better at it. Oh, I just need a break. Just need to relax and not worry. I know y'all have all been, but Leanne sent me a notice that there was somebody in downtown Brevard giving out barbecue. And we've been craving barbecue. But we can pay for barbecue. And if somebody doesn't have food, I couldn't take that from them. Sarah's nephew graduated from the Air Force Academy. How cool is that? So some people don't have food. They don't have jobs to pay their bills. We applied for the the Paycheck Protection Act, the PPP, Paycheck Protection. I don't know what it is. I know I've heard it called PPP. We applied for that, and there was a problem at our bank, and the portals weren't working. And Justin submitted it 3 times, but because of you, we have not had to lay anybody off. We're doing what we need to do at the office. We're staying separated as much as they can, and then 1 or 2 people are working in the packing room at one time, and they're wearing their masks, they're taking their temperatures, they're doing what they need to do to stay safe and to pack your orders. And we haven't had to lay anybody off. And we've got people that live in Baltimore. We've got people that live in Chattanooga. We've got people that live in Spartanburg, South Carolina. And we are all working to get things done. Yep. And the stress, I think the stress is going to cause more problems. If I go out, I wear gloves. I went to the grocery store a month ago and I wore gloves. Paycheck Protection Plan. I knew it was PPP something. But we hadn't got it yet. We hadn't got it to prepare us for if we keep this shutdown going, it's going to be rough on everybody. Everybody is going to start to feel it. So somebody complained that I was getting into politics. No, I'm not in politics. I'm just trying to keep people calm. Keep people calm because we need to keep a level head about us right now. You know, and we need to do what we have to do to keep this country going. 6 weeks ago, we had unemployment of less than 3.5%. That's full employment. And now, I don't even know what the number is. I know there's 20 million people without jobs. 20 million people without jobs because they have been laid off because they can't go to work. So my heart goes out to them. I've been unemployed one time in my life that I didn't have a job. And I started college and then I got a job. Isn't that the way it works? People who want to work will find something to do. They will. And more people have been working in the last 3 years. I mean, people have gotten jobs. Poverty was going away. And we can get back to what we were. Yep, we can do it. I mean, young people coming out of college had jobs. They had jobs. So let's drink up. You know, this isn't politics. This is our lives right now. I worry about all of you. I worry about my employees. I don't even call them employees. They're family. They are my family. Somebody's asking what are the most essential items that we sell. Right now, we're selling purple rags and silver rags and pink rags because we're disinfecting everything. And these are the great tools. And then y'all have figured out ways to make masks out of rags. Somebody put bulldog clips on a rag and tucked it in her shirt. And she worked at a doctor's office and she saved the good equipment for the doctors and nurses. She was a receptionist. I played with this on the show one day and came up with just 2 little stitches right there. And then I put a smile on it because we all need to smile. And hair ties on the ends. There you go. And you could put a paper towel in the middle if you wanted to. And main thing about a mask, if you're not a healthcare worker, a mask is like wearing your handkerchief on your face. That's all you got to do. Wear your handkerchief on your face. And keep it, that controls your sneeze or your cough What's a bulldog clip? I don't even have one. I don't see one anywhere. It's it's a little. I don't have one. I'll bring one in tomorrow and show you what a bulldog clip is. I've got one on my calendar. It's what I use to hang my calendar from a nail. Yeah, some of the hardware stores are open, but they're not in Michigan. Those things are the areas with the lawn and garden stuff, and and I was born in Michigan. People want to do things while they're home. They want to remodel and fix up their kitchens and put in a new sink. And if you can't buy things in your... Are they microfiber? Yep, these are microfiber. And we figured out that they're knitted. Yep, my brother-in-law and I have been working on figuring out how they're made, and they are knitted. So we're looking for a manufacturer in the United States to help us make these, to make the cloth all the way to sewing them. We're trying. We want to get away from China too. Yep, we really do. We want to keep them home. So folks, purple rags are buy one pack, put it in your cart, and we'll send you another pack. So they're on a BOGO. Pink rags are half price. And then our mop, this wonderful mop and an extra mop cloth, is $25.95. So we have taken where other people are. Amazon has filed charges against 6,000 vendors for price gouging. Can you imagine price gouging at a time like this? I can't even think about it. Can't even begin to think about it. It makes me sad. So nobody makes this fabric. So we're gonna find somebody to make it. Yeah, if we have to dismantle the whole cloth and figure it out. We're gonna get through this, folks. We will. But right now we just have to circle the wagons and cook for our family. So what's for dinner at your house? My sister Leanne used to live in Three Rivers, Michigan, before she passed away. Yeah. My husband has a saying, pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered. Pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered. Think about that for a minute. When you're greedy, somebody's going to come after you. And I hope those attorney generals in all those states where these companies were price gouging, I had to pay. Ben was about out when all this stuff started. He had one bottle of hand sanitizer, and I think I paid $50 for 4 bottles of hand sanitizer. Just because, yep. When my sister lived in Three Rivers, when she passed away, I didn't know anything, and we had to pick up her body and get it cremated, and we didn't know anybody. It was a flybaby that told me what funeral home to use. And y'all are just part of our family, just part of our big family, and we've had over 2,000 new members in the last 3 days. So I thank you. I thank you for helping us to be able to not have to lay people off. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I cooked last night. I had barbecued pork chops and a baked potato, and oh my goodness, we had a bunch of Brussels sprouts that were fresh Brussels sprouts. And I fried them up with bacon and onion, and they were absolutely to die for. So I'm making a new bread right now. I found a recipe for some fake sourdough bread. And I've always made biscuits. That's made by vets. That's made by the vets. It's a company that hires vets to make the flags. Somebody's asking about my flag on the wall. It's wooden. And there's a knot in it. I don't know if you can see the knot up at the top. There's a knot in it right up there. And I just think about that being the heart of one of those vets that made that flag. It makes me happy. I do not have a bread machine. Right now, the bread I just made, I used 2 cups of buttermilk, a 1/4 cup of warm water, and dissolved the yeast in it. I put about 3 tablespoons of molasses, brown molasses, with the buttermilk. And I warmed the buttermilk up to room temperature, put it in a bag, and laid it down in some warm water to get it. And I put 3 cups of whole wheat flour and 2 cups of regular flour and let the mixer do its thing. Added a little more of the molasses, and it's rising in the oven as we speak. So we'll see. I've got it in a round wooden round wooden bowl. I don't know how it's going. I put some parchment paper inside the bowl so that I could lift it out of there easily and bake it. So we'll see how it works. I'm excited to try it. I may bake it in an iron skillet. Get an iron skillet good and hot, and then put the bread in it, because my bottoms of my bread hasn't been getting as brown as I want it. So I think I'm going to put the pizza stone in the oven and then heat up an iron skillet at the same time and get the temperature in the oven at 350 and then put the bread in. But we'll see. I'm going to let it rise, and then I'm going to cut some little slits in it and see how it does. It'd be fake sourdough bread. But what have I got? I got time on my hands. Yeah, I didn't need this. I just put it I found a way to do it in the mixer. I love my mixer. The buns were good. Except I forgot the salt yesterday. Forgot the salt and everything. It's kind of bland. But I'm putting my salt in a sugar bowl that I had. Instead of having to get it out every time, I put it up right by the flour so I won't forget it. So I'll take a picture of it. And we'll get some things done. Oh my, carrot cake sounds good. That's my favorite cake, y'all. Granny used to make me one for my birthday. I used to teach fly fishing, and I had a fly fishing student. His name was Mike, and his wife was, they used to live up in New England, and she got Lyme disease. And so she was not in real good shape. They're both passed away right now. But they invited us up for dinner once upon a time. And Robert and I went up there. And they were just the sweetest couple. And I don't know what he did for a living, but after he retired, he started carving in woods. He started carving in wood, and he put together this 8-foot tall, 3 panels wide, huge picture of St. Francis of Assisi. Now, St. Francis loved animals, and he's the patron saint of animals. And I have a St. Francis on my front porch that I gave Robert, because Robert is kind of like Dr. Doolittle and St. Francis all rolled into one. If a critter doesn't like Robert, there's something wrong. So he was carving this wall, this beautiful thing. He was carving it, and there was a knot right here and it was full length, full of St. Francis. And he told me that he had carved the St. Francis from a priest he had when he had a picture of this priest, and he had carved the St. Francis face from this image, but he had put St. Francis's heart right where the knot of that tree was. And that wall is at the Presbyterian Church here in Brevard. And every once in a while I'll go by and look in the window and see it. It's in their little chapel. So I get to go see Mr. Mike's beautiful, beautiful piece of carving. No, Robert's probably taking a little nap right now. It quit raining, so he went outside and did some things, and now he's back in the house. So I'm not going to ask him to come in. He usually brings me coffee if I ask him, but I got tea right now. So remembering people, thinking about people we've lost and people we've loved and people that have been in our lives that aren't there anymore. You can thank them in your prayers. Thank God for sending them to you. Thank God for helping you along your way. I know my former OBGYN, Dr. Hawk, he was one of my fly fishing students too. And he's just a precious man. And he's had a lot of back trouble. And one day we were at the Mexican restaurant and he came in and he said hi to us. And when we were getting ready to leave, I went and gave him a hug. He and his son, once upon a time, before I met Robert, he looked at me and he said, "What's the matter, Marla?" And I said, "Well," that's when my second husband had left. And I was determined to stay here because I knew God brought me to North Carolina for a reason, and I didn't know why. And he and his son put their arms around me and prayed over me. And it was the most amazing thing. I never had anybody do that before. And he and his son did that. And I told him that night, and I thanked him for what he had done for me, that it gave me courage to stay here, not knowing anybody hardly, and not knowing what my purpose was, but I stuck it out. And God gave me that purpose not long after Robert and I got married. We got married in 96, and in 1999, December of 99, Fly Lady started. I have the website to purchase the flag. It's Flags of Valor, I think, is the name of it. Flags of Valor, if you'll look it up. So pray for all our healthcare workers, like Dorothy's saying. Pray for all of them, because you wouldn't think that grocery workers would be the front line right now. Grocery workers are doing their job every single day. They're out there doing their job. Healthcare workers, you think of them, but what about the people that clean the rooms? They're in just as much jeopardy as others. So, send a note to somebody that's touched your life. Just tell them how they've framed you, lifted you up. And pray for those people that need your prayers. Pray for them. Pray for them to to be strong. I mean, I get prayer requests every single day. We've got storms in the south right now, so pray for the people. My sister's town, Chattanooga, a half a mile from her house, was torn up last Sunday night. I mean, churches destroyed, businesses destroyed that I've been to. One barbecue place there, Bones, just destroyed. I saw him on the national news. I also saw a lady standing in the rubble, sitting in the rubble, playing a piano that was left untouched. Well, it was scratched up, but it was still in tune. She played the piano. Played, It Is Well With My Soul. I love that song. It is well with my soul. Do you know the story behind that song? You can look it up on YouTube. But the story behind that song is a man sent his family over to Europe. I think to get away from some pandemic here, probably, to get them safe. And on the way, his children, the ship sank, and all of his children died. His wife did not die. She sent a wire back home and said that all their children were gone. And so he took the next ship over, and they got to the place where the ship went down, and he wrote this song. He wrote this song. It is well with my soul. Yep. It is well with my soul. We're going to get through this, y'all. All of us are. So watch the little video about this. It's a documentary about the writing of this song. And it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Let me see if I have it on my iPod, and I'll play it for you, and we'll end the show with it. Probably get in trouble, but I don't care. Let's see. Let me go to my Christian music. Demos. Classical. This is like looking something up on your phone. Christian. It is well. This is an old iPod, so I don't have a search feature. Don't have a search feature. I don't have it. Oh well. Y'all find it and play it. It'll be okay. On our Facebook page. You're on our Facebook page right now. People get on there and do all kinds of things together. Yep. We don't have a chat room. That became unpoliceable. I love you all. Wow. This has gone a long time. Sorry about that. The song is probably in the public domain, but the person who sings it probably isn't. Let me look for song titles, not playlists. Music, songs. Let me see here. H-I it I'll find it. Y'all just be patient with me. I can't hardly talk and scroll at the same time. There's a lot of I songs. I will. Let's see. It. If. Let's see what's next. It. Let's see. There are a lot of if songs. I got a lot of music on here. It is well with my soul. I found it. I got permission to play this song. Yeah, this is Gary Morris singing It Is Well With My Soul. Here we go. Come on, you can do it. That's on. Yeah, Gary's a friend of mine.
When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. Oh Lord, haste the day when the face shall be sight, the clouds be rolled back as a scroll, the trump shall resound, and the Lord shall descend. Even so, it is well with my soul. 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 It is well with my soul.
That's Gary Morris singing It Is Well With My Soul. Robert and I got to go out and visit Gary once upon a time, and I got to cook for about 40 people. It was fun. We had a ball. He was doing a music video. We met him in Nashville, and he invited us to the Spirit Ranch in Colorado. It was kind of fun. But he didn't have any internet, and that was hard. But we did it. But check out Gary's music. He's got a lot of music on YouTube. I think this is on YouTube. And he has got I think he has a new album. Yep, I've been following Gary for a long time. Anyway, I will see you tomorrow morning, and we're going to bless our homes. See you later. Bye.